Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. God, who knew words could be that exciting? Who knew? Who knew? If you're joining us live, let me know how you're feeling about that transfer in the chat. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions. And if you're not joining us live, skip ahead 2 minutes and you can get right into the action. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, KD. Good morning, Rashid. Good morning, Cubis. Hope we're all doing well. Joshua Zirkzee, chat. Joshua Zirkzee, the first, here we go, of the Manchester United summer transfer window. The first one under the Ineos Erik ten Hag regime. Chat, how we feeling? How are we feeling? Good morning, here we go. Exactly, mate. Exactly. I'm so excited for this. It's a big stream today. It's a big stream. We're doing a Joshua Zirkzee deep dive, going into every single aspect of his game. Before we get to that, Lenny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt are going to be discussed in great detail. Other outgoings, Casemiro, Mason Greenwood, some other names will be discussed, including a surprise striker signing. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Harvey. Good morning, Sonny, Milan. I'm glad the usual faces are here. And maybe some new ones. I hope we're all doing well. Good morning, Kyle. Chat. Without further ado, let's get into it. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MPB Morning Show. I'm your host, Alex, at Alex Talks All, and we've had the words, Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. But who's next? Who's next? To me, the two candidates are Lenny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt. And if you're excited to find out which one is more likely at the moment to be coming to Manchester United, then hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. We're less than 90 subscribers away from 5,000 subs. It would mean the world to me if we can reach that very soon. And as always, get involved in the chat down below. It is a family. It is a community here on the MPB Morning Show. How are we doing, WY? How are we all doing? So, let's kick it off straight away. Let's get right into it. Fabrizio Romano said yesterday, in the first real breakthrough, it feels like in recent days with Matthijs de Ligt, he said Manchester United and Bayern Munich are close to reaching an agreement on the fee for Matthijs de Ligt. Bayern insist on 50 million euros, with United structuring the proposal with add-ons included. United want both the Zirkzee and de Ligt deals done as soon as possible. This is a really big moment in the de Ligt sort of saga. Up until this point, even David Ornstein had said United and Bayern Munich were quite far apart. We hadn't really gotten that close. Sure, we knew what it was always going to end up at, but we hadn't reached that moment yet. But it appears now that we are close, that we are getting there, that Manchester United are ready to pay the fee required to bring Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United. So chat, how are we feeling about this? First of all, 50 million euros is what Bayern Munich want, I think, up front. We want to sort of give them what the first Jared Brantwaite offer was, £34 million, mate, which is like, what, 42 million euros, plus add-ons reaching there. What do you think the price is going to end up at? Let me know, chat. Let me know. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful way to start your day, mate. It's a wonderful way. A Friday morning, going into the weekend, and we wake up with the news that Joshua Zirkzee right now is having his medical. After here we go. God, it's a great way to start your day as a Manchester United fan. Let me know though, chat. What are we thinking the price for Matthijs de Ligt is going to end up being? And let me know if you think that is a fair price. Let me know, chat. Good morning to you too, Billy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Lenny Yoro have to decide soon. We're speaking about Lenny Yoro very soon, mate. Very soon. It's an unreal deal, exactly. Yoro news. We have honestly, there's so much to be talking about. But more Matthijs de Ligt. Let me find the next bit of news for us. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano, again, he's having what some people are calling a remontada this transfer window. He has been unreal at the moment. He broke the Zirkzee news. I mean, Fabrizio Romano is on fire. And he says, we expect Matthijs de Ligt to be the next signing for Manchester United. There is an agreement between de Ligt and United on a 5-year contract. Negotiations ongoing with Bayern around a 50 million euro package. Again, stopping myself there. It said earlier in like Fabrizio's tweet earlier from the early on the day, look, they wanted 50 million euros up front. Now it's a 50 million euro package. There will be add-ons. I think now the discussion is about how much we pay up front and how achievable the add-ons are. He goes on to say, United want to use add-ons as part of the deal structure. United are prepared to complete this deal. De Ligt is the big candidate to be the next signing in the next days. Chat, do you know how unreal that is? How unreal. We're about to get 2 here we goes in the matter of days. It's insane to me. £45 million is Rashid, £50 million is Harvey Cook. If I'm to guess, it's going to be €42 million, reaching €50 million in add-ons, and those add-ons will be, I don't think we're going to get a Tony Martial classic in a Ballon d'Or clause. I don't think we're getting that for Matista Ligt, but I do expect there to be performance-related add-ons, a clean sheet bonus maybe, and there's a usual, if we win a Premier League, an FA Cup, Champions League, we reach a certain round of a competition, those will be there. I expect them to be relatively achievable to get Bayern Munich on side. But again, De Ligt is a big candidate to the next signing in the next few days. If you read into that a little bit, Fab is saying there's a chance that we could be signing someone else other than De Ligt in the next few days. Do you know how insane that is? He's saying, look, it used to be that we're going from one player to the next. We could only work on one player at a time. Now we're working on so many deals that we don't know who's going to be announced next. Not, will we sign them? When are we going to announce them? To me, it is, I said his name earlier, Lenny Yoro. He is the man in contention to be the next here we go before Matista Ligt. Because in my opinion, that news could drop like that at a drop of a hat. Cuba says, I think United might be willing to meet Bayern in the middle, but with an installment structure just like Zirkzee. I agree. Carl Duncan, is this my club? We used to pray for this. We did. I told you lot, have patience. Is that a Real Madrid t-shirt I see? Yes, it is, my friend, with Jude Bellingham on the back. WY says, Yoro is coming to United. No, he's not. Unless news has just broken, which it hasn't. No, it hasn't. WY, do not do that to me. Do not do that to me. I don't want any trolling in this chat today. One problem is that Lenny Yoro or De Ligt, who is going to be the starting centre-back. This chat thinks it's Matista Ligt is better than Lenny Yoro. That's not me. That's you lot. But I expect with the Ligt deal, let's look at the timeline for it. To me, it's going to be happening in the next few days. I don't think he'll be announced on the weekend. United never typically do that at all. I reckon Monday morning. Hopefully, on the Monday morning MPB show, I'm really hoping that we get the Matista Ligt. Here we go. That's what I'm hoping for. Chat. What's up, you okay? How you doing, mate? But that's pretty much it with the Matista Ligt news. It's almost felt a bit boring, and let me explain this. You know how we used to get bored because there was nothing going on and there was nothing happening. Nowadays, I'm getting bored because there's so many updates, but they're all little ones. They're all sort of accumulating into the transfer. It's refreshingly open and honest. Now that we're there, now that we're at the finish line, everything is being briefed to us. The communication from Ineos to the fans is top notch. My Ineos over Qatar is the best thing that happens to the club. Mate, Ineos in. Ineos, Surgeon Ratcliffe, the Avengers is practically what they are. Honestly, I'm over the moon with how they're operating so far. Chat, I know it's very early and it's probably quite reactionary to do this. How are you sort of assessing Ineos so far? Rank them out of 10 for me. Out of 10. There's over 100 of you in this chat. I want a load of responses. Out of 10, how would you rate how Ineos have done so far at Manchester United? From when they came in, how they stabled the ship, how they've kept Erik ten Hag, how they have handled everything. Chat, let me know, how would you rate their tenure so far? By Monday, another here we go possible? I think so. I think it's Monday. Carl just said Kobe is a better player than Jude. Technically, not going to lie. He is. Technically, with the ball at his feet, Kobe Mainoo is better than Jude Bellingham. Oh, that's going to go down so well. I know it's going to go down brilliantly. Marks the CDM position needs addressing this summer. Confident Ineos will get it sorted. We've dipped in to Carrington twice over the last few years, reaping its rewards greatly. We dipped into Carrington with Alejandro Garnacho, birthing what could be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. I can't believe I'm saying that. But then there's Kobe Mainoo as well, single-handedly changing the English side. If anyone deserves player of the tournament or the MVP, to me, it's Kobe Mainoo. And Toby Collyer might be the man to make the leap next. Chat. So, I mean, look, we'll talk about him a lot more later, but a little bit of a hint of what's to come on this stream. Toby Collyer will be discussed in depth. The new number 6 of Manchester United. Rashid says 7 out of 10. Pazman says 6.5 out of 10. Tinkyal says 6 out of 10. Mark says 10 out of 10. Jithin Joe says 6 out of 10. KD 8 out of 10. Good God, chat. Kabir, 3 out of 10. Good morning, KD. Vision-wise, 9 out of 10. Still massive work for Ineos. Till now, 7.5. I think that's fair. 10 out of 10. Sorry, Ineos, I wasn't familiar with your game. So many people, so many of you lot judged them so hard. Sheikh Yassin, where's he at now? But look, Ineos are doing brilliantly. Ineos are doing very, very, very well, in my opinion. And you know what? They've done really well with this Matista Ligt deal, to the fact that we've made him take a pay cut. De Ligt is taking a pay cut to join Manchester United, and that's how convinced he is of the project. Another man who's being convinced at this moment to join Manchester United is Lenny Yoro. Shall we talk about him just a little bit? Shall we go on to Lenny Yoro very quickly? So I was quite confident about him yesterday. Plenty Gold put out a report saying Lenny Yoro has not made a decision yet. His choice is between Manchester United and Real Madrid. Let's look at that really closely. In the past, with David Ornstein, he's been saying there's been multiple options for Lenny Yoro. Manchester United and Real Madrid have been the main two, but there's always been Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool. Manchester United have leapfrogged Liverpool and PSG. They've made themselves the only other name in the race. Do you know why? Because they were authoritative, because they took the initiative, because for once, Manchester United were proactive, not reactive. They put that bid in. They secured it. They showed their ambition. They showed their desire for Lenny Yoro not to be wearing a Real Madrid shirt, to be wearing a Manchester United shirt. And that, to me, it's worth its weight in gold. I was speaking to someone yesterday, and I was talking about the Lenny Yoro deal, and he was quite pessimistic about it. He was quite pessimistic, but the way he put it to me was, we had no chance. Lenny Yoro has been given a chance to join us by Ineos on the side. There is now a chance. However small it is, it's gone from no chance to a chance. And that, to me, should tell you wonders about Ineos. They are literally taking a man's dreams and twisting them in order to try and convince them to come to Manchester United. And if you are impressed, as I am, with Ineos, smash that like button. We are 6 likes away from 30 likes. I would love to hit 40, 50 likes today. There's over 100 of you in this stream right now. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please show your support. The sketch is chilly rolling a bit. Mark saying, Madrid praising Yoro, saying he is the Mbappe of defenders to turn his head. I mean, it's weird. Madrid don't have to pay money. They're just going to wait for him to... They're just going to wait. It's so frustrating. But let's talk a bit more about Lenny Yoro. Some other reports that have come out about him. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano, again, the best reporter in the game right now, if you were to ask me, says over this week, contact took place between Real Madrid and Lenny Yoro's entourage. Madrid confirmed once again that Yoro is a top target for them and part of their plans. Madrid also know that Manchester United are waiting for Yoro's decision. This sort of killed my mood a little bit when I saw it. Look, to me, it's a Real Madrid brief. It's Real Madrid sort of trying to control the narrative. I think I listened to Fabrizio Romano as well. Real Madrid are relaxed. Calmer, I think, is the message Madrid is sending out to their fans. I don't know how accurate it is. I think Real Madrid are embellishing it a little bit. They're trying to diminish United's chances massively. And I think the people hyping up Lenny Yoro to Manchester United aren't from Manchester United. United have gone, look, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. I think they understand that Yoro wants to go to Real Madrid. They are hoping to sway his mind, but they're not confident. I think the ideas that Lenny Yoro might join United is coming from Yoro's camp itself. I mean, look at the man got on Twitter to rubbish rumours about him not wanting to join Manchester United. That is where his head is at. He's that online. He is going to go to those measures. So when it comes to Lenny Yoro, I think Real Madrid are scared a little bit. I think they're scared. They've gone to Fabrizio Romano and they've gone, look, we've gone to Yoro. We've gone, you're our priority. You're our man. They're trying. You know what? Leo trying to gaslight Manchester United. So are Real Madrid. No, Leo are gaslighting Lenny Yoro. So are Real Madrid. You're our top priority. We want you to come. We're not going to pay the money though. We're not going to pay the money. That's where they're at. And it confuses the life out of me. Man United have a new era, and that's why Lenny Yoro is thinking about joining Manchester United. We could loan Leo Willy Kambwala, then Leo can bench Yoro if he does try to go on for a free. Willy Kambwala and Lenny Yoro is like a pointy stick to a lightsaber, unfortunately. I'm really sorry, chat. They're very, very, very different beasts. Kevin, do you mind not spamming the chat, please? I'd appreciate it. Carl Duncan, no to Yoro. Fair enough. I get why you say it. If he doesn't want to come immediately, I get it. Irvin says you have Real Madrid, who have the advantage in personal terms, and you have Bayern fans putting pressure on their board, who could pull out of selling him. Yeah, I get it. It's fair. But with Lenny Yoro, look, I'm being quite confident and quite excited about him. I still haven't changed my stance on 15%. That's still it for me. I don't think he's going to come. But I can be excited about it, chat. I can be excited about it. Minus me then pay his price if you want him. Exactly. Don't get it from Real Madrid. No commitment. Mate, you're absolutely right. You are, mate, I agree with you 110%. 110%. I just think the ambition we've shown is swaying his head. And in my opinion, every day that goes on, that we hear that Lenny Yoro is still deciding between Manchester United and Real Madrid, that percentage of him wanting to come to us is only going to grow, because that seed of doubt is going to grow even more and even more. I would be shocked if United aren't in the zero. We know leave. Please leave, is what they're saying. I've disconnected, unfortunately. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that, chat. Little bit of a disruption. But let me know, in your gut right now, do you think Lenny Yoro is going to be coming to Manchester United? In your gut, what do you think? Honestly speaking, Madrid don't care if they sign Yoro now or later. Centre-back is not their priority. Even when they had major injuries with Alaba, they still don't sign anyone, but still win. Yeah, that's fair. I think Real Madrid know they can wait. They did it with Mbappe. But again, it's not the first time a young starlet taking the world by storm, about to become a major megastar on the stage of world football, who was French, who was young, who was at a French club. Real Madrid were really calm about the situation, and then it slipped through their fingers. And they weren't so calm anymore. And they were perhaps a bit too relaxed. And he ended up doing what everyone thought he wouldn't. And maybe, just maybe, Lenny Yoro is about to follow in the footsteps of Kylian Mbappe at Paris Saint-Germain and come to another club that's not named Real Madrid. I mean, look, I'm delusional, I'm dreaming, I'm hoping, but I'm a United fan. We all are. We're allowed to dream. The theatre of dreams is Old Trafford. Why aren't we allowed to dream as well? Can't Man United leave Branthwaite? I think Gahey is a good alternative. Gahey and Branthwaite, I'd rather have Branthwaite. And Gahey, by the end of this tournament, is going to cost more than Jared Branthwaite. That's just the end. That's just the point of it. Alex, believe it or not, Branthwaite over Yoro due to willingness to join, and the Ligt is number one. I think we're good. I think we are in a better financial position than we expect ourselves to. I'm going to be revealing later a mystery striker that Manchester United are gunning to sign for at the moment, despite having signed Joshua Zirkzee. And I'm like, how do we have that money? I always thought we were struggling financially. I was on podcasts with people and they were telling me, oh, £30 million our max budget. And now I'm hearing, wait, what? We have all that money? Sorry. But look, in chat, don't go anywhere. Speaking about money, we're going to be discussing Joshua Zirkzee's move in great detail and what that means for us in the future, as well as Joshua Zirkzee and how he fits in at Manchester United and whether he is a good signing or not. Casemiro leaving, Mason Greenwood leaving, Toby Collyer being promoted. All of that will be discussed as well. And of course, the mystery striker who Manchester United are gunning for. See if you lot can figure that out in the chat. I won't be commenting on it. I'll ruin the surprise. But look, let's talk about it. Last little bits on Yoro. My brain says we won't sign him. We need the decision today. I don't want the club waiting on a nothing chance. It's not a nothing chance. Again, like I was told, it's gone from no chance to a chance. And that alone to me is a miracle by Ineos. Liverpool couldn't do it with their big old Michael Edwards. PSG couldn't do it with all the money in the world and the French connection. So when it comes to Yoro, look, be happy we've done what we've done so far. I'm happy with no matter what happens, I'm a happy man. We have the money because of the credit line for Sir Jim. See, I did see that. And also how we structured the Zirkzee deal. So look, we're going to Zirkzee now. Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. Chat, straight away, before we get into any of it, rate the signing out of 10. Now that he's here, now that as I'm speaking, he is undergoing medical tests at Manchester United at Carrington. He arrived last night. I think after the medical, he'll be signing his contract. We could be seeing an announcement for Joshua Zirkzee today. Oh, chat. God, how does it feel? We got a signing in before pre-season starts. Properly. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. But let's discuss the news around Joshua Zirkzee before I go into his profile a little bit more. Fab broke the news yesterday. Thank you, Fabrizio. First sort of big exclusive had in quite a while. He says Manchester United will not trigger the release clause of Joshua Zirkzee, but will pay slightly above £34 million with better payment terms over 3 years. So I think David Ornstein said, I'll find it very quickly. Zirkzee is joining United for €42.5 million, spread over 3 years on a 5+1 contract. Chat, we are paying 11 point something million euros for Joshua Zirkzee. 11 point something million pounds for Joshua Zirkzee this year. Do you know how good that is for PSR? That is going to enable us to bring in another striker, to bring in maybe a Jared Branthwaite. It's honestly, that deal itself makes me really rather happy. That financial part of it alone is really, really good. Chat, how do we feel about the length of contract? How old is he, like 23, 24? He'll be here till he's what, 28, 29 years old now, Joshua Zirkzee? How are we feeling about that? 8 for the price is fantastic. Honestly, the price of that deal, the fact that it's now £11 million this year in our worst ever bit of financial position ever, yeah. Absolute miracle from Dan Ashworth and those lot. Honestly, I'm so proud. Very proud of them. 8 for the price, 7.5 out of 10. Zirkzee, 7.5 out of 10 signing. Bayern gets a cut. They get half of it, don't they? How many goals did Zirkzee get last season? Can anyone tell me? He got 11 league goals, if I'm not mistaken. And we're getting into Zirkzee's sort of all-around play and why goals aren't really everything with Joshua Zirkzee. Oh, pardon me, chat. Tyler, when will Yoro decide? I think Yoro will decide... No. I think the deadline is Monday or Tuesday. My guess is Monday. But chat, shall we get into a really big deep dive of Joshua Zirkzee as a footballer? Let's break him down. How is he going to fit in the side? And to me, I'm going to start off with his physicality. He is a really confusing beast. Physically, he really confuses me. And I don't use the word beast lightly. He's 6'4". He's a monster. Physically, he's a monster. He's broad-shouldered, 6'4", stocky lad. Like, there's a lot going for him physically. And chat, if you are as excited about the deal as I am, we have 5 likes away from 40 likes. It would mean the world to me if we could hit 50 likes on today's stream. For the Joshua Zirkzee, here we go. And so many others are about to follow. Show your support for the chat down below. And look, that's a really good thing. But also, when you hear 6'4", a big, strong lad, you think, oh, he's a monster in the air. He's going to win every duel. He's going to be a great box defender, a great box threat. You'd be mistaken. Joshua Zirkzee in many ways, it's a really, really weird comparison. Victor Lindelof hates getting into contact, but he's a bit of a smaller individual. Joshua Zirkzee, big lad, strong lad, should love getting into contact. He doesn't. Even when going past players, he prefers to knock the ball on and use his pace rather than use his size. In the air, his aerial duel percentage is what? 40-something%? It's not great. As a box defender, I think he has a long way to come in that regard. Yes, he's young. And he needs to learn to use his body a lot more. Joshua Zirkzee. It does frustrate me. But of all the coaches we have to do that, we have Ruud van Nistelrooy. To me, Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to be so important to our forward players for lots of reasons. Let's look at our strikers. He was announced yesterday and so was Ronnie Hake, and I'm over the moon with those deals being completed. Ruud van Nistelrooy with our 2 strikers. With Rasmus Højlund, it's his in-the-box movement. Rasmus Højlund can only be described to me as a bloodhound. He's energetic, he's enthusiastic, he knows where the ball wants to go. But he's almost like a toddler growing up, not really sure how his limbs work. It's sort of like Rasmus Højlund in the box. He knows what he's supposed to do. He knows how he's supposed to do it. He's just not very good at actually doing it yet. And he'll get better, and he will get better at it. But that's what Rasmus Højlund needs to learn. With Joshua Zirkzee, it's using that body. Ruud van Nistelrooy, again, physical monster, and knew how to use it. Would win so many duels in the air. Would push defenders off him with a stiff arm. Just use his body to shield the ball. Joshua Zirkzee can do the last bit of that. He shields the ball really well. Everything else, I can't really get behind Joshua Zirkzee not using his body. The same way I can't see Victor Lindelof not using his body. Zirkzee, young player of the year in Serie A. Yeah. Again, he is a really good footballer. Those pretending he's not, haven't watched enough of him. Here we go. I think the biggest reason why Zirkzee chose United is because of Ruud van Nistelrooy. He knows that his finishing skill set needs a lot of work, and if there's someone who can help him, it is Ruud van Nistelrooy. Oh, God. They spoke with each other before they came. They spoke with each other. Olex Selenko, never seen you in here before, mate. How are you doing? You join the stream. The Ligt will be good together with Ligt. We're past the centre back discussion now, mate. On to Joshua Zirkzee. He is very nice to watch as Carl Duncan. People need to understand what he is before judging him on goals. He is a facilitator, not a clinical 9. Adam Calvert, yeah, I know he's young, but he can't even get in the Dutch national team. Even Weghorst goes on before him. Adam, my friends, look, nice to see you back in the channel. Let me tell you something about Ronald Koeman, the Dutch national team manager. He's not got a Scooby, what he's doing. He's not got a Scooby. Going on with Scouse there for a second, good God. I don't trust Ronald Koeman with anything, let alone Joshua Zirkzee. So, hey-ho. I don't really care that much, if I'm being completely honest, about Joshua Zirkzee not being that involved in the national team. I don't really care that much. Our wide players stinks. They can't beat our striker, says Pal. I disagree. Edison Cavani, pretty much the same wing players. They got the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo got the ball. So much of our wing players. It's Rasmus Højlund who needs to work on his movement. It would be a huge signing if we can get Toney, says Cornish made. Oh, the surprise striker signing. I wonder who that is. I wonder. Zirkzee has been signed to make Garnacho and Rashford better. He's been signed to make everyone better. That's what he's been signed to do. And you know what? Talking about physicality, a really good way to speak about him is the way he fits in around the squad. He is a versatile player in that regard. He will make us play a very different way to how we would with Rasmus Højlund up front, or with, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial up front. People have often tried to call him a hybrid 9/10, which I find really quite interesting. Some people have dared to call him a false 9. He's not. Joshua Zirkzee can act as a focal point. He can act as a striker. He can act as the last man. When we play Bruno as a false 9, he drops really deep and allows the focal points to be Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho or Amad Diallo or any runners. That's what it is. So when it comes to Joshua Zirkzee, he is not a false 9. He will still be a leading man for Manchester United. I see him, if I'm going to call him a hybrid of anything, it's a 9/8. Let me tell you why. So the way he builds up is very sort of quintessentially hold up number 9. Holds them up, big strong lad, holds off the defenders, plays the balls in, works up with like the 8s running past him. That's how he acts, essentially. That's how he acts. But the way he attacks the box, he's at his best when he's box clashing. Chat, if you don't know what box clashing is, it's... You know when Scott McTominay scores our goals for us and he runs in, makes that third man run? The Kobbie Mainoo goal against City in the FA Cup final is a huge example of it. A huge example. He gets the ball really easily, makes that extra run, takes the man away from Bruno and is left open. That is when Joshua Zirkzee is at his best, weirdly. And it's what makes me think of Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee, front two could work. Joshua Zirkzee almost sitting on the edge of the box, linking up, getting it out wide, and then making that late run into the box. That's when he's at his best when scoring-wise. Not when he's sort of is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That's when he's not at his best. Joshua Zirkzee has a really high amount of shots per game, like 2.68, if I'm not mistaken. But he only scored 11 goals in the league last season. So what does that tell you about him? He's not great at finishing in a typical striker way. If you treat him as an 8 though, and you allow him to make those third man runs, maybe he could be more clinical. But that's my very uneducated opinion, really. I watched another Zirkzee, but hey ho, I'm a streamer. Compare him to Firmino. In that sense, Andre, yeah, he is. He does work well in that sort of way. He looks after the ball, he facilitates the play and makes those around him better. He's a catalyst. That's what Joshua Zirkzee is. It's a really good way to describe him, a catalyst. What system do you use with Zirkzee? We'll get onto that in a second. Adam saying, Alex, I've come up with a few left back options. Let me hear it. From what I've seen of him, says Dan, he is built like a number 9, but plays more like a winger or a bit like Harold. Who's Harold? Kane likes to drop deep and getting involved. He drops almost a bit deeper than Kane. KD says Martial 2.0 with no injuries. Can't wait. If you enjoy watching Anthony Martial, you're going to love watching Joshua Zirkzee, chat. You're going to love watching him. Zirkzee will just surprise people. People don't know just how good he is with the ball at his feet. No one knows. Honestly, I'm shocked that people don't realise. Adam Calvert for the left back option, chat. Let me know a quick sidebar from the current Joshua Zirkzee chat. Left backs, Oscar Estepinian, Tariq Lamptey and Aaron Cresswell. Chat, would you take any of those for your left back option at Manchester United? I want to hear your thoughts. He's a fit Martial. Martial could score better. Zirkzee can even hold up play better just due to his physicality. Just due to his physicality. Can't speak sometimes, chat. Toulon says, I think we'll be seeing some of Zirkzee at 9, Rasmus on the right and Rasmus on the left this season at some point. It's interesting you spoke about pushing Rasmus out to the right, because I think it was Ornstein or someone, or maybe Luckhurst, who said that Joshua Zirkzee is a player who is seen as a versatile forward, which really concerns me. I don't like Joshua Zirkzee anywhere but at striker. I don't like it. Yes, I think when he plays up front, he does naturally drift more towards his left. He does. He prefers being on the left a lot more. Almost like Højlund likes to drift left. Whenever I watch him, that's where he's, happy. My problem is Joshua Zirkzee is very angle biased. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. And give me a second on this. Hear me out, chat. He likes cutting in onto his left foot, which is very rare from a right-footed player. He's not like Rashford, who will seek to sort of cut in and hit on his right. He'll cut in to essentially fake a shot on his right, but will always come into his left. He hates pushing that ball out onto that right wing. He hates it. He hates really showing it too much on his right. He likes keeping the ball nice and close to him, and cutting in on his left gives him that control. That makes him really quite adept at being a striker, being really left-hand side biased, allowing maybe, a Marcus Rashford, or at Bologna it was Ndoye running behind him, or Lewis Ferguson maybe, and giving that little sort of reverse pass into the left winger. It's what he loved doing. It's how he preferred. And whenever he did open up onto his right, he has a load of space. And when he wants to take on a goalkeeper, he'll always cut onto his left foot, despite being a right footer. So it does concern me that if you push him out onto the right-hand side, which I think is what Erik ten Hag would try and do, you'd be really restricted in what you can do there, because every time he'd always look to go on the inside. He's not a player who's going to beat his man on and outside, especially on the right wing. He's not got that in his locker, even with an overlapping fullback like Dalot, and even with an underlapper like Bruno. If they were to do that, have Bruno on the underlap, Dalot on the overlap, I still can't see Zirkzee on the right-hand side working. And I have major concerns about Zirkzee's adaptability and versatility in the Premier League. Chat, let me ask you, do you see Zirkzee being a backup right winger, a backup left winger, especially with the mystery striker being linked to Manchester United? There is this idea that, yes, Zirkzee is going to be moved out on the left. He is going to be moved out on the right. He can maybe even be moved out as an 8. I heard comparisons to Joelinton. Big, strong, large striker, tall. The problem is with Zirkzee, he's not that strong in duels. He's a very good presser. He's great at cupping up on you. He's not very good in duels though. But let me know, do you think that Joshua Zirkzee is a versatile forward? I want to hear your opinions. Everyone's agreeing with Adam by the looks of it. No, I need a left centre-back, left-back like Hincapié or Hanko, or maybe Javid Branthwaite. You lot hate me. You lot hate me, but Cubis, you're right. This will allow Amas to speed up his development. Cubis, we agree with each other, and I know for a fact you didn't say bantamweight just to annoy me. I know for a fact. Powell says, yes, Adam. Hoyland will pay central striker. I am Danish. Oh, we've got Danish people in here. Chat. Seeing the Euros is going on, and also just Copa America as well. Where is everyone watching this stream from? There's over 100 of you in here right now. I want to see where's the representation on the MPB morning show. He nutmegs with both feet too. Highly skilled at dribbling, but that seems to go unnoticed by some. I called him a number 8/9 a second ago because of his ability to drive from the centre. And I'm not talking about in that like midfield striker pocket in the half spaces. No, I'm speaking about receiving it on the halfway line and beating 2 and 3 men and then making a pass. That is what Joshua Zirkzee is excellent at. He is in many ways a hybrid 9, hybrid 8, which is very, very snobbish and very, very fancy from me. But I do see it as that. He is someone who can drive from the midfield. Technically, he is incredible. Oh my God, he's a freak. The ball sticks to his feet. The way he can beat a man, the nutmegs on both feet, Toulon, you're exactly right. Look, it's what I love about Joshua Zirkzee because he can give that to us and no one else can. Rasmus Højlund has driven from deep, but he's at the end of the day an outlet. That's not where he's best. Joshua Zirkzee gives us something different. Carl Duncan, Manchester's finest. Like Hamilton, where? Oh dear. Like Hamilton. India says Union, Australia. We're very well represented, aren't we, in the MPB morning show. Nigeria says Rashid, he's the kind of player you have to just let go and let him play. You're exactly right. Chat, don't go anywhere. We have so much to talk about on today's stream. Later, we're talking about Casemiro being replaced by a Carrington graduate. We're going to speak about in depth other deals like Mason Greenwood and of course the mystery striker signing, and I'm rather excited about that as well. Jithian Joseph saying Federico Chiesa being offered an exchange deal for Sancho. Again, we're going nowhere near that, chat. We're going nowhere near that. And as we speak, I believe Joshua Zirkzee is either having his medical or has had his medical. Is where I sort of believe he's at. But look, that's Joshua Zirkzee in a nutshell. I think, in a nutshell, he's an excellent signing for the club. He's going to provide versatility. He's going to provide something for us that we haven't had at this club for a long, long, long time. But again, we've got some more news coming very, very soon. Let's see if there's any news I missed out on yesterday that we're going to go through very quickly before we get into Casemiro, before we get in to Mason Greenwood. The manager situation. Boys, we have a manager revamp going on at Manchester United. Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hake have joined Manchester United as assistant managers to Erik ten Hag. Ruud van Nistelrooy, a sort of striker phenomenon, a man who can revitalise our front line, and Rene Hake, someone who Erik ten Hag trusts. Dan Ashworth says, together with Eric, we are working to strengthen all areas of our men's first team operations, and refreshing the coaching staff is an important part of that. It's a particular pleasure to welcome Ruud back to the club, where he enjoyed so much success as a player, and I know that he and Rene will help reinforce the winning mentality and high standards we are aiming for. Erik ten Hag says, I am delighted that Rene and Ruud have agreed to join our project, adding a wealth of experience, knowledge and new energy to the staff. Now it is a good time to refresh the coaching staff as we look to build on the achievements of the past 2 years and push to the next level. Chat. There we go. The players are being revitalised, the structure is being revitalised, the coaching staff is being revitalised as well. Look, I'm very happy about it. I was hearing almost complaints of Mitchell van der Gaar. He was the one, I think, being very pushy in training sessions, being very, very high intensive. And Benny McCarthy, I think, fell out with the coaching staff. I heard rumours of what's the phrase? Unprofessionalism. There you go. I'll say that at least. I'll say that. But let me know, are you happy? Are you excited about those two men joining our coaching staff? I want to hear your opinions on it. I want to hear how you're feeling. Any more Zirkzee news? Very quickly. He's going on holiday today. Fabrizio Romano says Joshua Zirkzee will sign his United contract today and then he will go on holiday. Look, it makes sense. We're not going to see a lot of the big boys back. We do play on Monday. Manchester United play next week, which to me is insane. But it will mainly be academy lads. It will mainly be those. Look, Vash will feature because he wasn't at the Euros, but don't expect many of the first team stalwarts to be playing because they were at the Euros, which is a bit of a shame, but it gives them time to rest and recover after a really taxing season. But shall we get in to several outgoings, everybody? Last bit of Zirkzee news. Joshua Zirkzee hopes to get the number 9 shirt at Manchester United. Sort of goes to show just where he sees himself in the pecking order of Manchester United. Like, come on. We could be looking at the new starting striker of Manchester United Football Club, and I couldn't be happier. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream so far, please show your support down below. We are 8 likes away from 70 likes. It would mean the world to me if we were to get there. And we are also less than 90 subscribers away from 5,000 subs. If we could reach that target, it would mean the world to me. But shall we talk about outgoings? Casemiro. We'll talk about Casemiro first. I was quite pessimistic about him going to Saudi Arabia. I wasn't hearing great things. But now we hear a report from Fabrizio Romano saying Al Ittihad and other Saudi Pro League clubs are interested in signing Casemiro. How much do you think you sell him for? How much do you think he's going to go for? That's the question I pose to you. It seems pretty obvious at this point that Casemiro is going to be leaving the football club. Let me know, how much do you think he will be going for though? £20 million, £30 million, £40 million, or £50 million? I want to hear how much you think he is going to be leaving the club for. There was some other Casemiro news as well. Al Ittihad have started discussions to sign Casemiro. That's from Tanzaloic. A very good source as per. Look, it's a really good sign. That's Karim Benzema's club. And the sort of idea with Benzema is that he is this poster boy of the Saudi Pro League. There's Ronaldo and there's Karim Benzema. He is the poster boy. He is the face of it. And he fell out last year. There were rumours that he faked an injury. He pulled an Edinson Cavani and faked an injury not to play for the club because he was that upset with how it was being run. He fell out with the manager, Espirito Santos, formerly of Wolves. So it seems they're doing everything in their power to make him happy. Moussa Diaby is off to Saudi Arabia to make Karim Benzema happy. We might be seeing the same thing in Casemiro, a seemingly good friend of Benzema. He might be going over there to make him happy. 30 to 35 million euros, 30 to 40 million euros. Says Cubis, 30 to 40 million. Says Andre, 70 million? Rashid, brother, what? Brother, that's so much money. No, who in their right mind is going to be paying £70 million for Casemiro? Rashid, mate, you're barking up the wrong tree. United Forever says 40 to 50 million pounds would be great for us. 35 maximum, says Tebster. I think it'll be around that. 35 to 40 makes sense. It seems fair. I don't think you're paying any more than that. To be honest, it's Saudi. Yeah, Saudi paying £60 million for Diaby. Casemiro is not worth more than Diaby, mate. He's not worth more. 40 million, it makes fair. That seems fair. That seems fair. Uncle Cass, just get out, man. Uncle Casemiro. Old man, granddad Casemiro. God. Let's milk them. No. Rashid is tweaking. Hey, I don't know. That is respectful. It's a community here. We chat, we argue, we disagree. We're a family. We are always respectful about it. But look, who is your man to replace Casemiro? We've heard lots of rumours about who it could be. Amadou Onana is my pick. Manuel Ugarte seems the main man for it. But the man at the moment seems almost destined to be it is Toby Collyer. Toby Collyer has signed a new contract at Manchester United until 2027 with the option to extend to 2028. He is a long-term player for Manchester United, but Erik ten Hag insisted on attending Toby Collier's contract signing ceremony. Academy players he previously flanked for new deals were Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho, just to put into perspective just how highly he rates them. That's how highly he rates Toby Collyer, chat. He is not just an academy graduate. He is the academy graduate for this year. Alejandro Garnacho was his first year. Kobbie Mainoo was his second. It seems Toby Collyer is his project for this year. Chat, I haven't watched enough of them. I haven't watched enough of Toby Collyer. The little I've watched hasn't been the most outstanding. Academy Scoop, who is probably the sort of eminent voice at the moment on academy players, says that Jace Fitzgerald, a younger lad, is probably a better profile and better than Toby Collyer. But what do you think, chat? What do you think? How are we feeling about Toby Collyer potentially being the new project for Erik ten Hag and the new long-term six at Manchester United? Dan Mazungu, Manchester United had a bad season last season. Casemiro had a bad season. Maybe his levels haven't dropped as much as we think they have. And it's still... No, mate, no. Casemiro was a big reason why we sucked last year. He was physically drained. He wasn't up to the task. That's Casemiro. That's Casemiro. Ugarte and Fofana from Monaco combined £60 million. You're right in the price. Fofana isn't coming to us, unfortunately. I think he's AC Milan bound. It's a bit of a shame. My good friend Dylan McBennett reported on that a while back. I trust the coach on this one. You know what? He's done really well with who he's chosen to be his projects. He's been really, really good. He got his spot on with Garnacho. He got his spot on with Mainu. Has he got it spot on with Toby Collyer? Amas this year, I think he's a year away. I think Amas and Lacey are a year away from being first team regulars for Manchester United, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think they're still a little bit physically behind. I think Collyer is there. I think Collyer is there and ready. Rashid Shaka says Zubamendi. He's Arteta's boy, isn't he? Pardon me. Oh, he's the one who Arteta wants. I don't think he's going to be coming United. I don't think Zubamendi is a man who's going to be coming to Manchester United any time soon. Adam Calvert just heard that Casemiro has been admitted to a retirement home. Feels like it. You know what? It feels like United. Chat, when you were younger, did you ever go to any garage sales? You know, like when people sell out the stuff in their home that sort of has sentimental value, that is sort of past its best, that could have a good place in a good home. Feels like what we're doing. Casemiro, Victor Lindelof, Mason Greenwood, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Players we have sentimental attachment to, some of us, who still maybe have a role to play here, but aren't really that shiny anymore, aren't really what they once were. It's time to pawn them off for as much as we can get them for. That's what it feels like Manchester United are this summer. just getting rid of players. Just getting rid of players a bit past its value. Not as shiny as they used to be, but trying to get some value from it. It's what it feels like. It's what it feels like. Dan Mazungu, an avid watcher of Toby Collyer, says, I wouldn't call him a number 6. I won't call him an attacking midfielder. I don't know what he is. He doesn't look like an outstanding talent in my eyes. Is he an awkward fit? If he's an awkward fit, he's an 8. If he's an awkward fit, he's an 8. Between Collier, Oyedele and Finley McAllister, who is the better DM in terms of talent and calling? Carrington watchers, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. I don't watch enough of the academy, nowhere near enough. I definitely should, but I don't watch enough. Can Collyer replace one of Eriksen or Scott? Let's not get rid of Scott McTominay. Eriksen, I don't mind us getting rid of. I don't think we should. He's really good for Højlund. I think he grounds him. Eriksen is the granddad which the little 10-year-old needs. Because, have you seen Højlund on Instagram? Chat, little aside, Højlund on Instagram is hilarious. There's a picture. I'll find it. I'll see if I can show you lot. It's so funny. He's taking a bite out of steak and saying how hungry I am for next season. Like, come on, chat. Come on. He's a kid. He's a kid. And you know what? Eriksen's not a bad voice to sort of guide him. He's not a bad voice to guide him. Mount will shine. Hope he can. Exactly. Mount will feel like a new signing, hopefully. We have that. Midas Media says Lacey is too small to play in the Premier League at the moment. He will be loaned, I imagine. I don't want him to be loaned. I want him to have the Alejandro Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo route into the first team, being eased in slowly, being around the first team, because when he is ready, when he has that opportunity, he will seize it. The eating picture, yeah, Cubus, yeah. Yeah, to be honest, Dan Gore was me. What's happened to Dan Gore? He's like 21 nowadays, isn't he? He's older now. I don't think he's no longer United starting quality personally. He's championship quality. I don't think United. Jithin Joseph says AJ Analysis has perfect video on Toby Collyer. He says Toby isn't highly technical. He likes to receive passes from centre-backs and move it wide. A safety-first passer who isn't much of a line breaker or carrier, which is what we need at Manchester United. It's what we need. It's what we need. Mars says we're the best addition. Mate, Lisandro Martinez is already at the club. He's already here, brother. He's already here. Lacey is built like a 6-year-old. Not a 6-year-old. I think 6-year-old is harsh. Lacey is built like me. Honestly, me and Lacey are very similar builds. We're very similar builds. Cash in on Scott McTominay now. Chat, we're talking about the midfield position. There's over 100 of you in the chat right now. I want to see a series of yeses and nos. Would you sell Scott? You know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Would you keep Scott McTominay? Would you sell Scott McTominay? Would you sell Scott McTominay? Yes. No. Here we go, chat. Have fun with that. Go crazy, chat. Go crazy. Go crazy. Lacey's very Phil Foden-like. Yeah, that's true. But chat, we've spoken about midfielders for long enough. Spoken about the very exciting prospect of Casemiro leaving the club. Now let's talk about the secret striker. Shall we talk about him? Ivan Toney. I mean, it's not much of a secret. I have a little bit of clickbait, chat. Little bit of clickbait. But let's speak about him. Let's speak about him. Where is the report? Telegraph Ducker. Oh. Lovely. We're back. Sorry, chat. A little bit of lag today. I don't know why. It's twice in one stream. Never usually happens. But Telegraph Ducker. Telegraph Ducker. He is phenomenal. A really good source. And typically a club source. I would expect after a deal to bring in Zirkzee, a deal to bring in a striker, we would be rubbishing these reports, casting them aside, not really paying them much attention. The opposite has happened today. He says, with Mason Greenwood expect to join Marseille in a £26.6 million deal, Manchester United have not ruled out the possibility of bringing in another striker before the transfer window closes. Ivan Toney is one player United are keeping tabs on. How would we feel about Ivan Toney, chat? How would we feel? Lag says Cubis, yeah. Sorry, mate. My Wi-Fi. It's usually really good, chat. It's usually really good. Today's been a bit off. Today's been a bit off. What do you think about Wheatley? Not watched enough. Not watched enough. I will endeavour next season, because my job is literally doing this. This is what I do, boys. This is what I do. I should watch a bit more Carrington. From what I've heard, he's quite a fun profile. Actually quite similar to Joshua Zirkzee in profile, is what I've heard. Mida says, Toney would be stupid. We are building for 3 to 5 years, not this year or next. Would ruin Højlund's development, would be the dumbest thing. Chat, do you agree with Midas? Is it a dumb decision to bring in yet another striker? Or is the intention to have Zirkzee as a versatile forward? Almost a João Felix type player. Sort of slotting him in everywhere, even slotting him in as a number 10. Which to me, if you're going to make him versatile anywhere, a number 10 or a number 8 is your best option. Toney would be a super buy, says Rashid. Minus 100, says Midas. You lot aren't too keen on... That's no, not keen. You're very like Marmite today, chatting to Ivan Toney. You lot can't decide. You lot can't decide. They all said that about Martinez, says Midas. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Toney is good for us, but man will want playing time. He will. He will. That man has an ego. And you know what? I love arrogant players. I love it. I love it. I love it. How can it not be? We just paid £70 million for Højlund. Do Ineos not trust Rasmus Højlund, maybe? Do we want him for his arrogance? Do we want him for the competition he'll provide? But look, City have so many good wingers, so many good midfielders. They have millions of centre-backs. Like, you don't see them arguing. They fight for their place. They don't stop, they fight. And maybe that's the culture we're trying to build at Manchester United. Not Toney. Okay, chat. Ivan Toney, yes or no? Scott McTominay, 68% of you said you'd sell him. I'm disappointed in all of you. I thought I spoke to better people. Sorry, chat. Would you sign Ivan Toney? Got my caps lock on. Would you sign Ivan Toney? Go crazy, chat. Go crazy. Go crazy. Would much rather have a new winger or an 8. Yeah. I wouldn't want a new winger though. I'd want another centre-back. Honestly. I'd want another centre-back. Why is arrogant all of a sudden a bad thing? Cristiano Ronaldo, Eric Sena, Eric Cantona, and Roy. Yeah, I get it. Arrogance is good as long as you're respectful about it to an extent. Ivan Toney, I don't love him in interviews, and it is said Arsenal sort of called their interest on him because of his attitude, because of the way he acted. So, look, I don't know. There's certainly an attitude problem there that we'd have to watch out for. I think is a thing. There is an attitude problem there. Hey, the Sniper Man, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Unk says, we already have Zirkzee, Wheatley and Hoyland. Let's work with that. Wheatley is not ready. Wheatley isn't ready. Amari Forson wasn't ready and we forced him in. So, look, if Ivan Toney was willing to be a squad player to work his way into the side, yeah, bet. I'd do that deal. As long as you're prioritising bringing in a 6, bringing in an 8, bringing in another left back maybe, bringing in a Jared Branthwaite. If we put funds for Jared Branthwaite into Ivan Toney, I'm furious. Honestly, chat, I'm furious. Who says Turkish left back, Ugarte and Yoro would be our next priority. And if we got a chance to get Sule/Chiesa. Sule had a bid from Leicester, did he not? Sule's off to Leicester, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. See if there's any deals occurring. Toney is quality, but with his personality, bad fit for the young dressing room we have. I don't think it'd be bad. He is liked by the England squad. The England squad love him. Gareth Southgate, the man who sort of prioritises psychology, who prioritises personality. He bloody loves Ivan Toney. He trusts him with his career, literally. Like, I don't know. I think, look, Toney might be a dick. He might be arrogant. He might be an arrogant dick. But he might be a useful one. So, and then Arteta's judge of character is buying a dog called Win. So, I don't know. Like, with Ivan Toney, I'm not too sure. 54% of you are saying yes to him. I mean, we are funding him with his proposed move to Marseille. That is where he is off to at the moment. But we've got more sort of contradictions around the Mason Greenwood to Marseille deal at the moment. Let's look at that for a second. It's sort of, in many ways, falling apart. Let me find it. Marseille are hoping to receive Mason Greenwood's green light on their contract offer soon. They already have Greenwood's green light on their project. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. If I was to translate that to you, because he's given his green light, but he hasn't. I think what that means is, I think it means he's given his green light to the footballing side, the social side, the actual living there. He doesn't know yet. I think that's what they're trying to sort out. What might be going on there is Mason Greenwood might just be stalling, might just be letting the sort of storm fly over him, and when it's a bit quieter, everyone's a little bit less angry about it, then he's going to go. That's what I'm saying. Lazio on standby with £26 million if Marseille fail. No, they're not. Let me find it. Lazio is still working on a deal to sign Mason Greenwood, but, they're yet to match Marseille's £26.6 million offer to Manchester United. Burping a lot today, chat. I'm really sorry. If I was to look at that at face value, I think Lazio is Mason Greenwood's preferred option living-wise. Italy is a lot friendlier to those characters, if I was to be completely honest. I just don't know if they have the funds. They've gone after Nuno Tavares as well. So they do have some money, but look, Mason Green will leave in the next few days, hopefully. That's the hope. And if he goes, then maybe Ivan Toney to Manchester United. Could that be a here we go we get in the next few weeks? Who knows? Midas Media says, get us Zirkzee, Simmons, loan if we can. He's off to Bayern Munich. The Sun linked us with him. Ayo. Ugarte an 8, maybe Rabio on a 3. Kadiologlu, Ligt, Yoro says Jared. Jared might be a thing as well. That might be the two alternatives. Put your hands up, get it to the floor. You already give me the green light, baby. Adam, you're right, mate. Adam, you're right. Oh, what a fun way to end the stream. What a fun note to end the stream, chat. What a fun note. I've got a run, chat. I've really enjoyed today. If you're still here and you've somehow not liked the video, what are you doing? With 3 likes away from 75 likes as well. If you've enjoyed the stream and want to catch me every day at 11 a.m, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 5,000 subs, less than 100 away. Please show your support to the channel. We are a growing community here on the MPB Morning Show. Anyways, I've really enjoyed the stream. To end it, 54% of you said you would sign Ivan Toney. Boys, I've really enjoyed this. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm at Alex Talksall. Make sure you follow me on everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, so lightheaded.